Resumes and experience in certain fields might not matter if artificial intelligence takes over. A new Pew Research Center survey finds U.S. adults as a whole know it. And as their fears grow, they're only getting larger, with 51% polled saying that they are more concerned than excited about AI entering the workforce. Among the experts that were excited, well, they're a little more excited, with 47% more excited than concerned. How soon will we see advancements start to take place and seep into the workplace? In our series AI on the Rise, we're bringing back our local AI expert, Grove City computer science professor Brian Dellinger. Brian, the Pew Research study is still showing a large gap between how much experts think AI will impact jobs in the economy and what us average American workers believe. In which fields do you think we might start seeing artificial intelligence becoming incorporated in more jobs or even replacing some jobs?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think the Pew Research joins several other studies in showing that some of the areas where likely replacement will appear would be in some fields of data entry, as well as work like cashiers or truck drivers. And of course, we're already seeing in some cases, even without generative AI, a move towards automated checkout lines, things of that form.
Yeah, and in fields like maybe healthcare, where we're seeing high demand for nurses and staff, is that where you'd likely see more advances sooner due to necessity to innovate, would you say?
Yes, there's an interesting balance there, right? Where certainly there are aspects of nursing or pharmacy work that automate very nicely, but you still need a human being to be able to talk to the other human being and physically interact with them. And I think in those fields where there is a physical interaction component, my expectation would be that there's going to be some limits on our ability or desire to replace humans in some of those fields. So while some nursing tasks I think might automate out, you're still going to need someone who can come over and help adjust you in the bed, or can check, can physically move some of the medication out and replace it, and so on.
Yeah, we'll see what AI can come up with. Hopefully they still need our help, because so far those hospitals are really in need of workers. We have also reported on the data centers popping up, and they're planned for places in Ohio. I've spoken with you about them. But once they are built, how quickly will the power AI needs lead it to take over more jobs, or just its ability to do more? What's your outlook for the next 5 years?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think the other piece of the puzzle besides the growing data centers is that those centers have an enormous electricity footprint. And so I think one of the things that will affect how rapidly AI is able to be more productive, or to do additional work, is going to be whether we increase our power supply in a way that feeds those. Certainly that's something that Vice President Vance has spoken about in recent days, of the need to do more to modernize the American electrical infrastructure. I think we could see, I think we're already seeing AI becoming a strong productivity aid in a lot of fields. I certainly think we will start to see in some entry level, again, I think data entry is a likely candidate here, but I think we may also see this in some areas of graphic design, things like that, that some work that would traditionally be done maybe moved from human beings over to AI. Whether that leads to a net loss of jobs, I think, is still an open question, right? Because the history of automation is that we see not just that old kinds of jobs disappear, but they change, that they become new kinds of jobs, that new opportunities open alongside them. And my hope is that we'll see something similar in this case.
As you see in the study, a lot of adults a little more concerned than excited about it, but we'll see as time goes on. Thank you for being here.
My pleasure.